Hey everyone, hope all is well. Welcome to today's video. So in today's video, I'm going to talk about how ISB really evaluates your profile. And when I say evaluates your profile, I'll try to attach numbers to each and every component of your application to help you get a clear view of what to optimize for if you're looking to apply for ISB in 2024, 2025 or beyond. The evaluation parameters remain the same across years. So just one thing before I get started, this is not set in stone. This is not written in any website or on the ISB brochure. This is essentially a culmination of uh, trends which I've spotted when mentoring people for ISB, and a lot of mentees who sign up with us, they let's say were rejected last year and they sign up with us to reapply with the school. And in that scenario, the school is very generous and transparent. The school, I believe, is one of the few schools throughout the globe which lets reapplicants talk to the admissions team directly and get feedback on what went wrong in their application. Was their GMAT score on the lower side? Was their work-ex in terms of count or quality not good enough? Or were their essays not good enough? So while talking to reapplicants after they had an evaluation call with the admissions team and while mentoring people for ISB, I could spot some trends. So I'll try to attach numbers to each of the components of your profile basis that. So this is just back of the envelope anecdotal evidence. Don't quote me anywhere. So let's get started. So firstly, ISB calculates a profile score for each and every applicant who's applying for the school, the MBA program every year. And the profile score consists of three things. The first thing is academics. When I say academics, that simply means 10th, 12th college score slash percentages slash GPA, and your GMAT or GRE score is also attached to that, right? So what I've seen is that, and basis my estimate, this section carries 40% weightage. When I say 40% weightage, let's say 25% weightage can go to GMAT or GRE scores, and 15% weightage can go to 10th, 12th, and college GPA. So if Sarthak is a candidate who has had average academics in 10th, 12th college, his 15% component out of the 40% is slightly reduced because he hasn't had very good academics. So he has to ensure that he compensates for previous average academics through a stellar GMAT or GRE score to really get full marks in the 25% academics component. So academics is 40%, which includes 10th, 12th college plus GMAT, GRE scores. 25% of it is GMAT or GRE, 15% of it is 10th, 12th, and college academics. The rest 30% is assigned to essays, which is the three essays that you submit to the school, which is authenticity, how you've written the essay, whether it's really coherent or not, and how well written is your essay for all the three essay prompts. So that is 30%, and that is unbelievable for a lot of people. They tell me, "Yaar, ye possible kaise? How can essays carry equal or more weightage as compared to GMAT or GRE?" But trust me, that is the case. That is what I've seen. That is what my reapplicant mentees have also heard from the school, which is 30% of your overall profile score that ISB gives to you to decide if they want to call you for an interview or not goes to the essays. Once again, not written anywhere. Obviously, the school will not give us exact percentages, but this is my back of the envelope math. The remaining 30%, so 40% ACADS plus GMAT, 30% essays, the remaining 30% goes to work experience. So work experience has two components. Firstly, the number of years of work ex and the quality of work ex. When I say quality of work ex, that includes dimensions like diversity, whether Sarthak is a social impact consulting professional, whether Sarthak is an army veteran or an entrepreneur, or whether he comes from academia. If he has an unconventional career path, he'll get more points in the diversity dimension of quality within the work experience, which is assigned 30% weightage. If Sarthak has more number of years of work ex, let's say the ISB average or median work ex for every class is 5 years. If Sarthak has 8 years of work ex, then he'll automatically get more points as compared to others in the work ex count part of the work experience score. So this has two dimensions: count of work ex in terms of number of years, and quality and diversity and accolades and achievements combined. So this is it: 40% acads plus GMAT, 30% essays, 30% work experience, quality, uh, and count. Now I'll tell you an insight from this. बहुत लोग मेरे पास आते हैं and they tell me that सार्थक मेरी प्रोफाइल तो ऑलरेडी थी, it's very topsy turvy. I don't know if I even have a chance to apply for ISB or not. अब आप मैथमेटिकली सोच के देखो. Think about things जो आप चेंज नहीं कर सकते. You can't change your work ex quality, you can't change your work ex count unless you decide to defer your MBA. You can't change your आपने कहाँ काम किया है, you can't change आपने कितना काम किया है when you're applying in a certain year. You can't change your 10th and 12th and college scores. मिला के इन चीज़ों का value is 30 plus 15, 45%. The remaining 55% of GMAT, GRE and essays, 55 to 60%, is in your hands, right? So even if somebody has had a break because of UPSC preparation, or has had average academics, or hasn't won a lot of accolades in work, they can still apply for ISB and optimize for their GMAT component and the essays to get an interview call, right? That's one insight. Secondly, if you feel that you are on the left side of the work experience curve, if Sarthak has 3 years of work ex, but ISB ka average median work ex is 5 years, then Sarthak should know that Sarthak ka work experience count is on the lower side. So he has to compensate for that through his GMAT and essays again, right? That doesn't mean कि सार्थक का होगा ही नहीं if he has 3 years of work ex. He can still apply. Either he can showcase quality and diversity and accolades in his work and present them well in the essays while getting a above average GMAT score. That will take care of it, right? And what I wanted to say is that third insight is that a lot of people say that ISB, getting an interview shortlist from ISB is relative in nature. I don't think so. What I am trying to say is getting a shortlist from ISB is absolute in nature. When I say absolute, what that simply means is the school decides a threshold every year. The school says agar Sarthak is a candidate and uska profile score, which is a function of 40% acads plus GMAT, 30% essays, 30% work ex, which is quality plus count. If Sarthak ka score out of 100 across these three broad dimensions is let's say more than 65, right? Then I'll give him an interview call. The school doesn't care how many people like Sarthak are applying every year. Sarthak has to absolutely cross that threshold of 65. He can do it through his GMAT or GRE. He can do it through his previous academic excellence. He can do it through work-ex count. He can do it through work-ex diversity. He can do it through essays. But if Sarthak ka profile score is more than, let's say, 65 or 67, he'll get an interview call irrespective of how many people are applying that year, irrespective of whether his profile is really unique or not, right? So ISB interview shortlisting mechanism is absolute in nature. You're not competing with anybody else, you're competing with yourself, right? In interviews, obviously it becomes relative. In interviews, if I'm an alum and I'm interviewing 10 people in a day, I'll try to pick 3 out of them and I'll relatively compare amongst those 10 people, right? So interviews are definitely relative, but getting an interview call is absolute, right? So don't compare yourself यार कि मेरे तो 10 friends और apply कर रहे हैं, उनका इतना अच्छा profile है, उनका इतना अच्छा GMAT है, उनका इतना बढ़िया work experience quality है, मेरे पास कुछ भी नहीं है. Optimize for one of these 5-6 dimensions which you think can help you stand out, can help you get that more than 65 score, and you will get an interview call. I don't care if you optimize for this more than 65 threshold through your GMAT or previous academics or great essays or work experience quality or work experience count. Just get to that threshold and you'll get an interview call, right? So that's what I wanted to cover in this video. I hope this gave you some insight into the application process, and all the best to all those looking to apply this year or beyond. And I am always happy to help you. Feel free to reach out. Thank you.